I find it interesting that my opponent would bring up the state of Texas for two special reasons. One, the first one being that Texas is technically trying to succeed from the nation. And based on the latest poll, that 33,000 people signed a petition wanting to leave the United States. I think we should sell them back to Mexico for $1 and let them become Mexicans from now on, but that's my personal opinion. The second reason why Texas is an interesting statement is Texas would end up losing part of its electoral votes that is very critical to them as a Republican Party. One of the things that they're concerned with, in regard to a lot of these congressional committees, politicians, is the fact that when you have 435 seats, and if Puerto Rico becomes a state, some people will end up losing some of their seats based on the general consensus, and another one would obviously be Hawaii, and Alaska would be another one. So those are kind of interesting statements. In regards to the loophole as it pertains to taxes, I find it kind of interesting because, again, companies are getting the benefit of the tax breaks based on the IRS tax form 938. You cannot improve their economy without bringing reform to the tax code and having them pay the taxes, and a proportion of that would go to the community that will help them to develop. On a separate note, I'll give you a personal story, maybe it's related or not, but I think the thing that is kind of interesting is the fact that here are people who have fought in our wars as Puerto Ricans, and as part of our process, we have not allowed them to vote. And again, how do you basically ask someone to sacrifice their children as in part of our cause and not grant them a legal right to have representation as a state? Other than that, that's what I have. Thank you very much for your time. Interesting note though, when I was a kid,